This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, everybody. This is Dr. Doug Smith. It's Wednesday at 1 o'clock, time for our Monday through Thursday, 1 o'clock podcast. This is where you will hear the truth, the science behind what actually happened in the opioid crisis. And science is what we're talking about. Okay. As we were saying yesterday, when you really boil it down to its essence, what went wrong with the opioid crisis is that psychiatry was used as if it was really science. And it's not. Psychiatry is nothing but an opinion, and opinions are not science. It's just that simple, folks. Psychiatry was used as if it was science, but psychiatry is nothing more than opinions, and opinions are not science. So when something that wasn't science got used as if it was science, well, then the genetic damage from the opioids got overlooked by the psychiatrist because they acted like they knew what was going on, and and almost 4 million people are have died because of it. So what you see on the screen there in front of you today, remember, we're going through the second citizens petition page by page. And so what you see on the screen in front of you is where we are in the second citizens petition. And what we're saying here, and it's not us saying it, by the way. Okay, we're looking to the foundations of science, and the father of modern science is a guy by the name of Dr. Karl Popper. And Dr. Karl Popper, we do a type of science today called Popperian science. You put forward a hypothesis, and you either prove it's true or false. But for the most part, you really can never prove anything's true. You prove that it's false. And if something cannot be proven false, well, then it just isn't science. And that's where this fell apart. Observations are not science. This is what we talked about yesterday. Somebody saw you going out and buying, fentanyl or heroin or pills, and because they saw you going out and buying it, they said, "Oh, you're an opioid addict." Well, see, that's an observation. Okay, and how can you prove whether it's true or not? You're an opioid addict. How do you prove it's true? How do you prove it's false? You can't. And so, since an opinion cannot be proven true or false, it's just a belief. And that's the difference here. The difference between what is a science and what is a belief. Okay. A religion is a belief. Okay. And there really is not that much difference between a religion and what psychiatry is. They're just beliefs, they're belief systems. They're not scientific systems, they're belief systems. I believe you're an opioid addict. Okay. Well, that's your belief. Do you have any proof of it? Well, I saw you going out and buying fentanyl. That's not proof. Okay, but when it got used as proof, and when the opinion got used as if it was science, that's when the wheels came off of the bus. So what you see on the screen in front of you is a historical reference. Okay, this is a guy by the name of Franz Mesmer. Okay, Franz Mesmer was a character uh, uh, back in history. Gosh, when was this? 1850s. I should have looked that up before I got on today. I apologize for that. He was a German physician, Dr. Franz Mesmer, and he believed in something called he believed strongly. He believed fervently in something called animal magnetism. And so he set up these animal magnetism treatments that became known as mesmerism. Okay, look at his name, Dr. Franz Mesmer, mesmerism. So when you say, "Oh, I was mesmerized by something," that's what this comes from, Dr. Franz Mesmer. And he believed in something called animal magnetism. Okay, and he believed in animal magnetism just as strongly as the psychiatrists believe that our people are opioid addicts. He believed in animal magnetism just as strongly as the addiction specialists believe today that our people are opioid addicts. And that's the whole point. It doesn't matter how strongly you believe something. It doesn't matter how many people believe it. It doesn't matter. It's a belief. And a belief is not science. You can't say that psychiatry is science, but mesmerism isn't. Okay? You can't say that psychiatry is science, but horoscopes aren't. They're on the same level. You can't say that psychiatry is a science, but Christianity's not. Okay, because they're on the same level. These are belief systems. Psychiatry is a belief system. Religion is a belief system. Mesmerism was a belief system. They're not science. They don't adhere to the scientific method. And that's what the FDA did wrong. And that's the root cause behind what happened in this opioid crisis. The FDA used psychiatry as if it was a science, and it's simply not. It's a belief system. Okay, we use a type of science today called Popperian science. And Dr. Karl Popper said from the very beginning, psychiatry is not part of science. It doesn't have the ability to be falsified. It doesn't have the ability to be disproven. And if you can't disprove something, then it's not science. It's a belief system. And that's the point. Okay. We'll go over this a little bit more. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to talk about what were the observations that led to the quote diagnosis, end of quote, of opioid addiction. What were the observations? Okay. So come back tomorrow and we're going to talk about how was the diagnosis of opioid addiction made. And you'll see tomorrow it was all based on 11 observations. It's not like when you go to the emergency department with chest pain and they do, chest x-rays, EKGs, blood work, CAT scans, and all this, myriad of testing to see whether or not you've had a heart attack or whether or not you have pneumonia or whether or not you have an abscess on your lung or exactly what's going on. Okay, somebody may believe you have pneumonia, okay, but a belief isn't a diagnosis unless you're in psychiatry. And then all of a sudden, the belief is the diagnosis. No, it doesn't work that way. And that's what that's what started this whole opioid crisis. So we'll hold here for today. My name is Dr. Doug Smith, and please tune in tomorrow, and we will talk about the belief system of exactly what was behind the diagnosis of opioid addiction, the 11 observations that led to the incorrect conclusion. Please post this on your social media, post on everybody else's social media, and don't forget to like and subscribe to us, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Thank you.